What's up? 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 What's up?
How to get a six-pack. The truth is we all have them, but to have an outstanding six-pack and core requires two simple steps. The first one and most important is reducing your body fat percentage. Look at me earlier this year. You wouldn't believe that this was under that. To see your full six-pack for males, you generally need to be between 7 and 13% body fat, and for women, a range between 20 and 16%. And step 1, the diet. It's true that you need to have low levels of body fat for your abs to fully show, and a well-developed core. But just know no matter how great your core muscles are developed, you'll not achieve the look you want if your body fat percentage is too high. The driving force of fat loss is the diet, the caloric deficit, and most people don't have their abs revealed because they fail step 1. In this video, I'll detail all the honest information you need to finally get your six-pack. But before we dive in, a lot of research and editing goes into making a video like this. Just do me one favor, if you wouldn't mind, gently hit the like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new. Let's kick it off. Step 2 is ab training. The anatomy of the abs, superficially. The rectus abdominis, also known as the six-pack, is absolutely essential for maintaining good posture and is primarily responsible for flexing the spine, the movement of a sit-up or a crunch. The muscles can be worked out in two different ways, by either bringing the chest towards the pelvis, as with a crunch, or by bringing the pelvis towards the chest, as with a leg raise. Done properly, hanging leg raises are the king of all ab exercises. The EMG data from Boak, Burns, and Buskies shows that hanging leg raises are the most effective exercise for the lower abs. That being said, for the first exercise to target and activate the lower abs of the rectus abdominis, I recommend hanging knee raises, and for more advanced, hanging leg raises. Here, you want your pelvis to curl into your belly button. To target the rest of the six-pack, my two favorite workouts are a normal crunch, where you breathe out to allow maximal contraction of the abs, and for a more advanced, cable crunch. The external obliques, it sits on either side of your rectus abdominis and are actually the largest of your abdominal muscles. This is the muscle that allows the trunk of your body to twist. This is controlled by the external oblique muscle on the opposite side of the direction that you're twisting. The oblique abdominals work harder in twisting actions, the external oblique rotating the trunk to the opposite side, while the internal oblique rotates it to the same side. To determine the 3 best ab exercises for a complete six-pack, we use exercises that potentiate the electromyographic activity, which promotes a greater recruitment of muscle fibers and are more effective. To determine the 3 best ab exercises for the complete six-pack, we use exercises that potentiate the electromyographic activity, promote a greater recruitment of the muscle fibers. Exercise 1, the rectus abdominis. In 1997, Axler and McGill conducted a study in which a large number of abdominal exercises were analyzed. The exercise with spine flexion were found to cause the highest ratio of abdominal muscle recruitment. The EMG data from Boak, Burns, and Buskies showed that the crunch had the most activity in the six-pack. Like any body part for growth, progressive overload is necessary, and therefore the absolute best workout is a cable crunch. I recommend a rep range of 10 to 15 reps, doing at least 4 sets with 20 seconds rest between the exercise. How to do it? The hips need to be kept high and locked in place throughout the entire set to avoid using the hip flexors and allow a full range of motion. Dropping the hips too low won't allow you to do a full crunch. Moving the hips during the reps means you're using your body weight and hip flexors to do the movement. Keep those hips high and still so the movement comes only from the spine. Your hand position also determines the range of motion and the lever length used to perform the exercise. A rope attachment works best. I picture my elbows glued or welded to my head. Tuck your chin into your chest about 2 inches apart and maintain this position to stabilize your neck. Doing this not only gets your hands and arms out of the way of the crunch, but It extends the lever length and allows you to get more stimulation with less weight. The range of motion? With an ab crunch, focus on getting deep contractions. Exercise number 2, done properly, is hanging leg raises, which I call the king of all ab exercises. And the EMG data from Borg, Burns and Buskys shows that hanging leg raises as the most effective exercise for the lower abs. The abdominal musculature contracts concentrically initially as the hips flex. The pelvis rotates posteriorly and the lumbar spine is flattened and moves towards the lumbar flexion. As the knees are lowered and the hips are extended, the reverse of the movement occurs, and the abdominal musculature contracts eccentrically to control the rate of return to the starting position. Basically, the reverse of what occurs during a crunch. Hanging from a pull-up bar with an overhand grip and your hands about shoulder width apart. Flex your hips and bend your knees, holding them above your hips in front of your torso. Now, roll your torso upwards, bringing your knees towards your chin. Slowly reverse the motion without allowing your knees to become untucked from your body. Don't use momentum. The way these exercises are usually performed with your legs hanging down and flexing at your hips. Exercise 3, obliques, the abdominal muscular training. The oblique abdominals work harder in twisting actions, the external oblique rotating towards the trunk of the opposite side, while the internal oblique rotates it to the same side. The EMG data from Borg, Burns and Buskys also goes to show that even in the case of the rectus abdominis and external and internal oblique muscles, true isolation is impossible. Everything you engage in any type of core exercises, both the central as well as the lateral stabilizers, or in other words, the abs and the obliques, will be working. That being said, my all-time favorite oblique exercise, as I believe completes that aesthetic look, includes one that provides lateral flexion and trunk rotation, cable wood choppers. Connect a standard handle to a tower and move the cable towards the highest pulley position. With your side to the cable, grab the handle with one hand and step away from the tower. You'll be approximately arm's length away from the pulley, with the tension of the weight on the cable. Your outstretched arm should be aligned with the cable. With your feet positioned shoulder width apart, reach towards your other hand and grab the handle with both hands. Your arms should be fully extended. In one motion, pull the handle down and across your body to the front of your knee while rotating your torso. Keep your back and arms straight and core tight while you pivot your back foot and bend your knees to get a full range of motion, maintaining your stance and straight arms. Return to the neutral position in a slow and controlled manner and repeat till failure. So, you've stuck thus far, which means you're a real one, and I want you to know that I appreciate you. First things first, there's a lot of things I want to mention. First one is the 8 weeks of coaching giveaway winner. There's so many comments, I've read all of them, and I've picked 2 people. The first one is William Mbumba. The second one is Hilingiwe Ndlovu. I'm going to DM you. Congratulations. That being said, reading all the comments on this video over the past couple of months and the entire year, there's a reoccurring comment of Mike who want different content. I've created a second channel. It's the first link in the description, and I'm finally ready to do this. On this channel, you'll be seeing vlogs. I'm gonna be posting my entire workouts there, what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, all the information, everything. That deep connection I used to be able to have with you guys on this channel, I'm going to have there. We're gonna be able to build something new there. You're gonna see a lot of different things that you won't see on this channel. So I'm excited to see you guys on the second channel. I'll be posting a video this week, and from then onwards, it's very likely you'll see me more on there than here. That being said, I want to tell you guys that I appreciate you. I'll continue doing my best in bringing you guys scientific and enjoyable content here. We're consistently improving, but I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll be picking 5 to 10 people to shout out in the next one. So comment hashtag Team Diamonds, ask me a question, leave me any comments. I'll holler back at you guys. I'll shout you out in the next video. Peace, and see you on the second channel.